So perfect. I'm blessed with that.
Nate Myer, everyone.
What? Is he recording?
Yeah. Sure is. Welcome back to the final episode of Behind the Blind for our home episode here with Valley Oaks. Brought to you by Tetra Hearing. Go check them out at tetrahearing.com. And, well, we have a new podcast guest with us today. Brandon, you want to introduce yourself there and let the peeps know who you are?
Brandon Kilgore. I'm out of Wisconsin.
And he's been hunting with us for, how long have you been here now? 3 days? 4 days?
3 days, yep.
Yeah. And obviously we got
BW Films in the house, baby.
Yeah. It's been fun, and today really was what it's kind of what we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
it's the hunt that we've been waiting on, and it's right in our wheelhouse of how we like to shoot geese, and
For sure.
it paid off well. We shot a 14-man limit. We shot 42 birds, and a lot where we were just talking about there. A lot of them were singles and pairs. We shot into a couple of good groups, but there was a ton of different volleys today. And a lot of fun was had because guys are getting to shoot their singles, their pairs. We had a couple, 6-packs or things like that.
I don't think we ever shot over a group over 8 or 10.
Yeah.
And
No, definitely not.
didn't call it on that one. That was shaping up to be a burner, and I got kind of wonky.
Yeah. So Nate is notorious for getting pretty greedy, which in one hand pays off very well when the back group slides in and there's 7 bands in it.
It
6
gives you
bands in
some
it.
cheddar B-roll, too.
Yeah. And on the other hand, it can kind of burn you. There was probably, 6 or 7 in that first group that landed, and the back group looked like they were going to work. And then now you're talking about shooting into 20 birds versus 6. And those front birds picked up right away, and the back birds never did it. So sometimes you get that. And if you're going to risk it for the biscuit, sometimes it just doesn't work out. But in the end, we had a really, really good hunt. I guess we can just kind of talk about, we have one more hunt tomorrow. Sounds like it's going to be hunting water again. It's going to be warm. It's super windy outside. It's like a south wind of
30.
to 30. Yeah, it's really windy. And it's going to be really warm again tomorrow. So we have a pretty good spot for the morning. Take one more look at it. And that'll kind of wrap up at least the Heartland, the home episode and things. But we can kind of talk about, we had talked about it early in the week, the way that we like to shoot geese over, either opening up ice when it's cold in January or even small bodies of water is a lot different than you guys are shooting geese. Right?
Yeah. So like where we come from, we hunt obviously in Minnesota a little bit, but mostly it's like South Dakota, North Dakota, and then obviously a little bit in Canada, which you guys have been to Canada a lot and all that. But yeah, like North Dakota and stuff it's all the big open fields, and we'll hunt water once in a while, sometimes like for ducks mostly, but for geese it's pretty much all fields.
Yeah.
And yeah, getting here on the water, especially like the small water with the open ice with the ice eaters running, that was awesome, because everything's just like, everything wants that water obviously, right. And that water's right in front of us at 20-30 yards, so they're just sucking right in tight, and that it was an awesome experience, especially with how good we did. We shot a 14-man limit. Like, we shot a lot of birds this morning, and even with the ones, like you were saying, Nate likes to get greedy, but there was enough birds to do that, and I don't think anyone was disappointed.
How many birds did we burn trying to get our count right, make sure we were
dogs are out retrieving birds, and there's
right.
birds still trying to work. We saw a lot. We saw a lot of birds this morning.
You could have shot a 6-man limit in 20 minutes and been in and out.
Yeah,
for sure.
And the big thing for us too is like, and you know how it goes, like you're filming, so you really want to put out the best footage possible, and you want the birds decoying. There was plenty of times that you get that perfect straight up 20-yard belly shot or something. So if you were just out there to hunt and to shoot your limit and to have fun, you're done in no time. But
you get shamed on TV for doing it, but everybody does it at home, like when they're not being filmed. So it's like, oh, you guys can't finish geese, but you guys call the same shot. So it's always, I love that double standard. Like, and then but it did create, like, that's how I got greedy, was like, I want to create the best bird footage we can get.
Mm-hmm.
I know our birds at home will work if we let them, and that's what gave me the confidence to keep letting them go, or just know you got more geese coming, and you can get them right.
There's something to say about like truly finishing big Canadas.
Yeah, it's almost like shooting turkeys. I mean, they are vocal. They're big. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I love them.
You like shooting them over water?
I do.
I don't know. I'll still take the cornfields.
No way.
That's
no
it. That's
way.
You'd rather have them in the cornfield?
Yeah, cornfields. I was just like, we were talking to Bob yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were all talking, and I was like, mallards in a cornfield any day. He's like, screw that.
Yeah, he's a water guy for sure.
I told him, I was like, I don't even own a pair of waders. Nothing. Everything
that
I
blew
have
his
is
mind, right?
Mallards in a field, I'll take. Honkers in a field, no. Give me a loaf pond all day.
Yeah, see, but like we're usually the stuff we hunt, like when we were talking to Bob, it's different types of water too. So like here, this water, like that's hard for me. Like I'd rather have this, what we did today.
Yeah.
If you're on small water that's frozen and you got ice eaters or ice rippers in there and you're finishing those geese right in your face.
Yeah.
But like back home, like if it's like early season and we're in like a 40, 80 acre marsh, like a huge slough, you know, and like it's not as cool, you know. They're landing 100 yards away or short stopping you way out. But like this stuff where we're finishing right in our face and they want to be right there, I would take that over a field.
Yeah,
like that was awesome for me.
And that's it. That's like our bread and butter. It's Nate's, you know, bread and butter, and it's how we like to shoot geese. And you know, whether it's Missouri or Kansas or things like shooting those smaller ponds, we love it.
Hey, hunting them all across the country. There's just really not very many scenarios where you can get into hunting them over farm ponds here, Kansas, Oklahoma, and that's pretty much it. I guess Iowa's got a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Everything back home is just big lakes.
Yeah, it's complete. We have our big lakes that they go to, and that's kind of like what makes it like what you guys have with Rochester, except for we're traffic them over small ponds and loaf areas where you guys are hunting feeds, getting in a flight line and hunting the feed.
Right, the fields. And you guys have flight lines where you're busting ice open, making open water, and they see that open water and they're like, we want to be there. So yeah, it's the same thing. You guys are just, you know, have it a little bit different to where you're trafficking with water and we're trafficking in fields because we don't have all those tiny little sloughs and farm ponds like you were saying to do that in.
And that's the fun part about going and hunting new places and, you know, getting to hunt with new people. And not only are you experiencing a new area, but it may be a different style of hunting than you've never been accustomed to. And it's just fun to be able to go different areas and hunt different birds and different styles. And I mean, I recommend anyone that, whether you know someone that you can travel and go hunt, or you go with an outfitter or something, that you experience different kinds of hunting and get out of your wheelhouse. To me, that's the biggest thing. Like, being able to go to the East Coast and do ducks there, or go north, or go, I mean,
well, then just seeing like they're like after the hunt, like what they do, like what they like to do for fun, and doing all the different stuff all across the country, because everybody does. They got their little quirks, and it's cool to see that and experience everything. The hunting's awesome, but just experiencing, I guess, their culture of what it's like to live that lifestyle where they're from. Where here we're different than like going up and seeing Coco in North Dakota.
Yeah, it's completely different. And the cool thing is like, you know, we didn't know. I mean, I know you guys knew each other early, but like most of us didn't know each other at all before this trip. And I feel like after this, it's like we mesh really well together. We click. We have the same hunting styles, and then you become friends, and you have that connection. And then it's like, hey, let's hunt together this year. Hey, let's go do this together. And you just create those lifelong friendships and go hunt and travel and do some cool stuff. And it's the people lose sight, I think, of really what waterfowl hunting is about, and this is what it's about, right? Everyone wants to go out there and have a great hunt, shoot a bunch of birds, but like in the end, it's about making relationships and new friendships and traveling and that kind of stuff to me, really. So this is the kind of stuff that I love about it more than anything, is the people you get to meet, the places you get to travel, and obviously we enjoy being able to come home and hunt basically in our backyard and in our wheelhouse, but being able to do the rest of the stuff throughout the year is.
Well, it's been nice too to bring in the guys that we've hunted with across the country and start bringing them home to us now, and showing them what our experience is like, and having them down as a guest instead of going out there.
Yeah,
that's been a lot of fun, and too, just the people you met along the way. Like I met Brandon guiding snow geese last year, and he introduced me to, or gave me. I was looking for a guy to come and help me this year run a rig in January during the week, and he gave me Cody's number, and it's been the best thing I've had this year. Cody was a huge pickup, helped me out a bunch, and I would never had that had I not had the HW credit and then doing my own thing. I would have never been able to guide snow geese. I would just been another guy. And so just as networks and being able to help me with the business side of it, too, bringing in all these people and hunting with them. I mean, you meet all sorts of walks of life, especially on the client side of it, and it's cool to now every weekend I get to hunt with a new group of best friends that every year you look forward to their weekend in.
Yeah, I mean, you got you made those friends from Florida and went down there and did
the crows have been amazing. Let me go down turkey hunt. And they come up and deer hunt and then come back for a goose hunt. It's been fun showing them that, and now I get pictures of geese in a park. He's like, "Oh, your birds are lost. They're in Florida."
Florida birds. Oh, some beach birds.
Them ocean geese.
Yeah. Oh, it's been an awesome week. Home has been great, and obviously we can't thank you enough, and thank Valley Oaks and Cody and everyone who's put in a bunch of work this week and really making it a reality and making it fun and easy, and it's been great.
Nate, you're an amazing cook.
Yeah, that dinner was delicious.
He is, man. I'm telling you, he cooked it up. He takes good care of you. If you guys come and hunt with Nate, you're gonna get fed well. You're gonna shoot a lot of birds.
I think that's the thing I love most about owning an outfitter is just entertaining. Like I always liked to party when I was younger, but I still like to entertain. So it's cool to host that stuff and just give them the raw experience. I mean, Mother Nature's going to do what it does.
Right.
She's going to screw you around.
Yeah, you can't
like to say, we knew all week long like Saturday was going to be a day that has the potential to make a hunt of a lifetime, and that's what you're looking for. And when you get to show that with somebody that's never witnessed anything like that, and watching like the reaction after a volley, that's what pays the dividends for the struggles. Like, I mean, we zeroed 2 days in a row. I haven't zeroed 2 days in a row, and I don't know how long.
Right. Yeah, and Dan and Justin headed home after this hunt. And if you guys aren't familiar, they're the ones that won the hunt giveaway with us in Valley Oaks. And Dan had never really goose hunted before, so I can remember that after that first volley, that first day, he was like, "Wow." Like, I knew it was cool, but I didn't know it was that cool, and everything else that goes into it. So, they have that awesome experience to take home with them, and hopefully we can continue to do that. Maybe do one of those every single year, because it's cool to be able to bring in people and show them how we like to do things and bring them into our home. And
then just see the behind the scenes of how content's created, what really goes into the Instagram page that you're following.
Right.
And I think you'll gain a total different respect for the guys that don't get the glory.
Yeah,
like
he said
Q and Dakota. I mean, those guys work their tails off and produce a very finished product, and they captured it all. I mean, half the time today they finally got to shoot. It was good.
Yeah, I'm sure that I can speak for them that when we have a good enough hunt that they get to shoot, things are going really well. Yeah, and we had a really good time in Wyoming there, and they got to shoot every single day, and typically home is they get to slip in there. And
this is a wonky year, bad year.
Tomorrow's spot is actually a place that Dakota has permission to hunt, so we're gonna let you guys slip in first. We're gonna take your job, show you how the OGs do it. We still got these fingers. Okay, you look at some of those clips from today, you'll see, you'll know. So it'll be fun. It's yeah. Make a shout out to old Den Dog with the cheese. But that's the fun part about it is we get to be home and do our thing. And yep, it really is. It's definitely a team effort. And when you get a lot of guys together that know what they're doing and understand setups and calling and how birds work, it just makes it that much better.
You're still gonna have your tension. You're gonna still have it. I mean, there's a lot of when you got your guys, the guys that all know how to waterfowl hunt.
Yeah,
everybody's entitled to their opinion and has it, and they're gonna voice it on the hunt, and it's frustrating sometimes because I've just gotten to the point of just I'll wait. Like if you think that's the right way to do it, and then when it plays out, it doesn't, and they look at you and they go, "Should have listened." Well, there's a reason. Like when you hunt as long as some of us have, like you've done it already. You know that's why you're doing it.
I should, speaking of like talking about, Dakota spot and Valley Oaks and all that, I should give a shout out to Brandon Kilgore, because he always graciously has a really good spot that we can hunt every year. And it was good to see him today, and Donnie got to come out. So got to see a few faces that we haven't got to see yet at home, which are typically around quite a bit.
Just missing Quick. Quick was the one that
yeah,
was,
he's going to be
Florida
a
and left us hanging in
he's
January.
a Floridian now, so he got too good for us Missouri boys. But yeah, so tomorrow, last hunt, and this is the last podcast. So you'll be able to see tomorrow's hunt up very soon on the YouTube. And man, I don't know what else to say other than another, thank you again to Valley Oaks. And I'm glad that you guys were able to come down and hang out for the last couple days and be able to hunt with us and do that. And
yeah, I had a great time down here.
Yeah.
I'd like to say thanks too. Thank you guys for the invite. I had a great time. To you, Nate, all you guys here. So thanks to all the Heartland guys, Valley Oaks, treated us super good, good eating. And the 3 days we were here, it was unforgettable hunts from the pile of birds we shot today, and then the day before was, we only shot 13 geese, but the whole volley was bands pretty much.
Yeah, unforgettable.
It one of your top fives for
3 days
ever.
of hunting, and 2 of them were, in their own way, unforgettable. So
we got
it's
one
been
more
an awesome
good one.
time.
One more good one tomorrow. And you guys, like I said, you'll be able to catch all that on our YouTube. You can also, it's on YouTube. Is it BW Films?
Yep, BW Films on YouTube. So my stuff will be up.
You'll be able to see
next
his
week.
version
I'll
of it.
start posting that stuff. So more of vlogging content and just kind of a little bit different.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see. It's like, well, here's the same hunt.
Because I've only
see
seen the hunt
2 different
captured
styles
through
of it.
our style.
Right.
So I'll be curious to see what it looks like through a different style.
Yeah.
So you guys go check out BW Films. And I guess on that, thank you guys. Thank you, Q. Thanks, Ronnie and Logan, everybody that makes it possible. And we, let's see, tomorrow's Sunday. So on Wednesday, you guys are headed back out to Tornado Alley in Kansas because Kansas runs 1 more week than Missouri. So you got 4 more hunts coming in Kansas with Tornado Alley. I unfortunately have to work for the first half of that trip, but I'm going to try and slip out at the end for 1 or 2 more hunts. But the weather's looking like it's going to warm up, so it'll probably be the typical Tornado Alley hunting small water, and it should be good. And that's it. Season's over after that, so that's true. I guess that's technically this year.
Don't leave out the white birds.
It'll be here
No,
before you know it.
I won't forget them. I can't forget them.
I'm going this year.
You hear that? We'll see you guys then.
You think Ronnie's going?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He likes snow geese, but only in Canada.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, it's still like a 50-50 love.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, he loves to hate them, truly.
Yeah. That's a lot of people. I mean, snow goose hunting is so much work. Everyone that's done it knows that, especially, in the spring when everything's muddy and nasty and it gets to be a lot, man. But when you have those spins on you, makes it worth it. But when you go 3-4 days of, getting skunked or maybe shooting a couple geese only, it's like, dang, why am I doing this?
They just stress you out.
Yeah.
And then you get one spin and you're like, that's
yesterday.
why.
Yeah. The snow geese might stress you out. The Canada's had our number the first part of the week.
Ooh.
So, well, on that, we'll end it. And we'll see you guys in less than a week when we go to Kansas. And that's it. We bid you adieu.
Thanks again, guys.
You want your nap?
Nap time.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait for this nap.
Q's going to eat his Chipotle that he went and got without us.
Screwed us over. Didn't even ask if we wanted something. I could have gone.